Do you want to know the real reason that your self-care isn't working? It's because, my lovely one, you don't think you deserve it. You fundamentally don't believe that you are worth taking care of. Lovely one, my name is Dr. Erin Bow. I'm a clinical psychologist and coach, and it is my mission in life to find women who are helpers and healers and teach them to burn bright without burning out, which means looking at all your stuff around the validation, the ego boosting, the passion, the joy that you get from taking care of other people and meeting their needs and looking after them and being rewarded for it, but not doing that for yourself. I know your dirty secret. I know that your dirty secret is maybe you have made a career out of telling people how to do self-care, how to look after themselves. And somewhere in your brain you say, yeah, that's fine for other people, but it doesn't work for me. And you go home and you sabotage yourself. You say, I don't have time for that. I'm too exhausted. I'm too tired. I should be doing some work. There's something better I could be doing with my time. It's best to just go straight to bed, not worry about any of that kind of stuff. Like the story, I get it. But here's the thing I want you to think about, right? So if you logically know that these things work and you're teaching them to other people, and yet you're consistently not doing it for yourself, you're self-sabotaging, there is something unresolved in your story there. And I'm going to bet it is a story about you being unlovable, unimportant, not worth it, not worth taking care of. Fine for other people. You don't cancel appointments on other people. You don't let other people down. But if it's something for yourself, I don't need that massage. I don't really need to get that done. I know. Because I've been there. I've been sitting in that place of being so exhausted that you just like, oh no, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. And so that resistance that builds up, it comes from somewhere. It's coming from something that is been programmed into your brain from a long time ago. And maybe it is that you were raised by a single mum who was exhausted. And so just getting you through the bath time as quick as possible and into bed so she could have 5 minutes to herself. Maybe that's your story. Maybe your parents bickered a lot and night times were full of domestic violence and fighting and arguing and alcoholism, and your little body was treated like it wasn't worth being here. And, self-care time, so like, putting you in a bath and washing your hair and looking after you was rushed, and it was filled with resentment and rushing. You take that on, and as an adult, you then say to yourself the story of, I'm not worth it. There's something better I could be doing with my time. This doesn't work. All of that stuff. The trick is finding yourself doing that and rewiring those pathways that are so worn that you don't even know you're doing it, and catching yourself and going, no, actually I do have time to gulp a glass of water before bed, take some vitamins, put a bit of hand cream on, be grateful for 3 people in my life. I'm not talking about like rushing through stuff and like rushing through some affirmations and going through the motions because you're supposed to be doing your self-care. I mean, like making something meaningful that is also non-negotiable, so you can't fail at this. So you don't spend day after day after day with this dirty secret that you are making a living out of telling other people how to look after themselves, and you don't even look after yourself. It's a common story. I hear it all the time. You're not alone. And so let's not come at this from a place of, here's yet another fucking thing that you're not doing, that you're failing at miserably, for you to lie in bed at night and go, fuck, I'm failing at this too. Don't hear it as that. Hear it as compassion. Come back to compassion for yourself. You have to look after yourself. I know that you've heard this a million times, but hear it, like really hear it in your bones. You can't possibly look after other people if you're not willing to look after yourself. It doesn't work. It's not sustainable. You will burn out. You will not only get compassion fatigue for others and their suffering, but you'll have compassion fatigue for yourself, and you will end up hating yourself and being so full of self-loathing and resentment and anger that you won't be able to be the bright, empathic, intuitive, gentle soul that I know you are. So please, just let it sit. If you are secretly resenting self-care, not doing it, self-sabotaging, coming up with some other reasons, really think about why. You're a smart person. You know that it's not because you don't have time. You know that it's not because you don't believe in it. Sit with it. Don't guilt yourself and shame yourself about it, because guilt and shame doesn't change behaviour. Compassion changes behaviour. Give yourself some compassion. All my love.